Hello, my name is Prasanjit. I work for BMC Atrium Orchestrator product, and today I would like to talk about how we can increase the size and count of grid logs and processes.log files in BMC Atrium Orchestrator. Let's begin with what are grid and processes logs and what information it stores. Grid logs are the most important log files in Atrium Orchestrator when troubleshooting BAO issues. This file stores the information about all the grid and peer related operations, and each peer has its own copy of this file. On the other hand, processes log captures the execution details of the running processes on the peer. It captures when a process is triggered, the mode of execution, and if the process succeeded or failed, along with any relevant error or compensation messages. Both of these log files are stored in the Tomcat logs directory on each peer. By default, the grid retains 9 copies of these files, where ninth file being the oldest log. Out of the box, predefined size of each log file is 4 MB. Let's see why do we need to increase the log files and how it can be helpful. When the peers are executing long-running processes or too many BAO peer components are set to capture debug information for troubleshooting purpose, these log files may hit the max backup index, that is, the maximum number of log copies it can retain pretty soon. As soon as it reaches the limit, the grid starts to roll over the logs. By increasing the size and count of grid logs and process logs, we can retain the information for a much longer duration without the logs getting rolled over. Let's see how we can increase the size and max backup index of these log files. Let's go to the CDP directory, go to Tomcat, Web Apps, BAO CDP, WebINF, and Classes directory. BA controls the grid log and processes logs using this log4j file. Let's open this file. As you can see, this section controls the processes log and the one below that is for the grid.log file. The max file size parameter defines the maximum file size for each log file, and the max backup index controls how many copies of the file the peer can retain. In order to increase the size and count of grid logs and process logs, we need to change these two parameters. Let's update this value to make it 10 MB. And let's change this one to 15. Similarly, for the grid.log, let's change this value to 10 MBs and will retain 15 copies of the file. Make sure you do not increase the max file size to a very high number, as it may cause issues when opening these log files for reviewing purpose. Let's save this file. Once the file is saved, you need to restart the CDP service for the changes to take effect. Select the CDP service and hit restart. After restart, the peer will now retain the grid logs and processes log for much longer duration. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more Atrium Orchestrator videos.